The whole world is suffering from severe economic crisis. Everybody we feel a sense of urgency, especially in the economics sector. Those who are involved in the development of world economics affairs, they know a sense of suffering, a sense of urgency. Since 1980s, there are many isolated talks among the global leaders and economists to do something tangible, to do something visible in the economics affairs, at least at the macro sector of the economics. But for last 40 years, it is being continued. Nothing happened. But in 2008, when the severe global economics recession struck, a sense of urgency has come in the mind of the economists and the global leaders. Something has to be done immediate, overnight, at least at the macro economics, in the development economics. See, in any kind of economics, the basic idea is to find the economic activities in the production and consumption level to bring the equilibrium in production and consumption level. And everybody, the whole world, the total global follow the capitalist economy, and everybody is agreed that yes, capitalist economy is the last word, last strategy, and everybody we are agree on that issue. But the problem is, in the capitalist economy, consumers and the producers, that means manufacturer, are left alike, left alone in the economic field to pursue their self-individual interest. And according to the father of capitalist economy, Adam Smith, an individual invisible hand settle and establish the price system. It is very common idea. But the problem comes when individual interest, individual self-interest comes along the way of social welfare. It becomes the stumbling block of the global welfare. when self-interest interferes the global welfare or the social welfare, that it cannot be tolerated. That is the problem. So the economists and the world leaders consequently did three things to fix the problem. They took up the strategy of supply side, they took up the strategy of demand side, and at last, at the present moment, they took up the strategy of scientific materialism based on backdated Newtonian science. Very shortly, I am telling you, very precisely, I am telling you that three method. They applied the three methods, but at last they have come up short. They failed to bring any strategic change. I am telling you what happened. In some country, the political leaders applied the supply side of economics, giving tax cut to the rich people to bring the flow of investment money in the economic sector, generating the employment opportunities. And as a consequence, everybody know what happened. A polarized sector came in the economy. $1 billion club came in the economy, spreading their monopoly, spreading their hegemony in the economic sector. And 90% of people are living in a very dilapidated condition, busy in managing the square meal, 2 square meal. You have seen it. There is nothing to add anymore. And those countries which followed the demand sector, what happened? They favors the middle class, they give the tax cut to the middle class. The government intervened in between. Government intervention came. Government put money building up the public infrastructure. But nothing remarkable happened. There are many loopholes, there are many drawbacks in the demand sector economy also. Then what happened at last, now at the present moment, very smart and global, very smart economists and global leaders applied scientific materialism. They applied the backdated Newtonian science in the economic sector. Then what happened, I am telling you, when they tried to follow the scientific materialism in the economic sector, there is no ethics in the economics. Ethics totally gone. In any sector of human life, a minimum ethics is required. Without ethics, balance cannot come. In environmental issue, in global issue, in humanitarian issues, in medical issues, in political affairs. Now our topic is economics. In the economics, you will see there is no not at all any ethics. Ethics gone. They are applying computer, they are applying robot, they are applying zombies, whatever you can say, they are applying. They are trying to compute the mathematical equation based on Newtonian mathematics, which is already backdated. They are trying to deduce the mathematical calculation. But tell me, how your computer can compute the human sentiment, the human mind, the human consciousness, human feeling? A computer can compute the human feeling? Cannot. And mathematical equation can deduce the human feeling? No. That is the problem. So my question is, the question generally comes, then what is the way out? There must be way out. What is the way out? Today I will tell you the way out, because a sense of urgency is everywhere. We are not here to find the fault of the economists or political leaders or global leaders. We are not meant for that. We should enlighten the global leader and economist also. And with my own capacity, I am going to enlighten the economists and world leaders with my own capacity, with my own responsibility. See, in your economics, in our economics, there is no ethics. There is polarization of the global club, billionaire club, and the dilapidated malnutrition, hunger people. There are two polarization. Now, I am telling you, the scientists and economists, they are telling creativity in the economics, right? They are giving excuse in the name of creativity. I will just discuss about that things. What you are doing in the name of creativity? You are in the name of creativity. You are doing the same things of the past, of the feudal systems used to follow. The capitalist, dictatorial capitalist used to follow. You are doing the same thing with some permutation and combination. You are arranging the macroeconomics theories, certain permutations and combination. Actually, you force the straitjacket. You force to wear the straitjacket to economics. That is, you are doing. Everybody, world leaders are wearing the straitjacket of the ballot box for referendum. Economics mist are wearing the straitjacket under the pressure of the government. So first we have to decide, remove the straitjacket. Our economics should not wear any kind of straitjacket. That has to be done at the very beginning. Before any kind of new policies, economics should be refrained from wearing the straight jacket. Straight jacket. Then we have to understand what is the invisible hands playing in the economics. Adam Smith, the father of capitalist economy, given us the clue. At that time, 300 years back, in the 18th century, he was not well aware of invisible hands, but he just had the sense of something invisible power playing in the economics, settling up the pricing system or establishing the economics, capitalist economy. He just got the clue of the invisible hand, but he was not sure. He was not well aware of the invisible hands, or what is the invisible hand. He was not at that point, at that mark. Now I am just telling you that point. So first I am telling you, my friends, you have to remove the straight jackets from the economics, global economics. Number 2, don't try to play any kind of gimmicks for your ballot box or referendum policies, because in some countries you follow the 4-year plan for economic strategy, for 5-year plan for economic strategy. Why 5 years, 4 years? Why, my dear brothers? Because in some countries there are 4 years duration for referendum or economic political referendum or election, and in some countries there are 5 years term in election. So avoid, give up all that 4 years, 5 years plan. 2 things: remove the straight jacket and remove any playing any kind of gimmicks, attracting the people of the world. At the beginning you have to stop these 2 things. Then apply the higher consciousness in the economics. Higher consciousness, again I am telling you, Adam Smith told you about that higher consciousness, but as he was not sure, as he was not well aware of the higher consciousness, he used the term invisible hands, because he was not the expert of consciousness. He was the economist. See, in the higher consciousness, there are multiple, infinite dimension of creativity, infinite dimension of possibilities, infinite dimension of correlation. So everybody, our global leader, our global economist should understand what is consciousness and what is its frontiers. Consciousness, higher consciousness is the ultimate frontier. This is the ultimate invisible hands in the economics. Why you are not applying it? Because we don't know about it. But when today, when the modern quantum physics or modern physics totally shifted their paradigm from the Newtonian, from the feudal zone to new quantum zone, our modern physics is totally shifted their paradigm. Again I am telling you, today is the economics, today is the physics of consciousness. If physics can do it, why not economics? Why not economics is shifting its paradigm, total paradigm. to backdated Newtonian materialism, supply demand strategy to consciousness based economy. Physics has done totally. So this is now the economics, turn of the economics. This is to be understood by our political leaders, by our global leaders, by our smart economists. First, you have to understand what is consciousness. First, then you have to understand how to grab the power of consciousness in our brain, in our body, in our mind, and then third, you have to understand how to implement it. For that, the government should allocate minimum 5%. In my last lecture, I have told you 10% of government resources, national resources, should be directed to set up the infrastructure of consciousness, educating the people, global people. But some expert told me, sir, that 10% is very big amount. It is not practical, sir. Then I decided, okay, minimum 5%. If you are investing 25 to 40% money in defense sector, so why not 5%? So minimum, I am not telling about 5%, 10%, 2%. Minimum amount of capital should be directed towards the infrastructure of consciousness. Bring the awareness of consciousness in the global sector. Very powerful. It is the ultimate frontier. Infinite correlation are there. If we apply it, then I am totally sure, I assure you, the business cycle, the boom and bust of the business cycle, the cycle of periodic cycle of inflation and recession will be stopped. I am telling you from my own capacity, from my own responsibility. In spite of all strategy, in spite of all resolutions, there are periodic inflations and recession. There is no stabilization in the economics. Because we are applying our clever mind. We are applying our selfish mind. By clever mind, by selfish mind, you may be very smart, but you cannot do any good for societies or countries or global people. This is to be acknowledged by everybody. A innocent application of consciousness is required. This is the need of the time. This is the urgency of the time. Relentlessly, I am telling about the consciousness and economics. So, my dear friends, we have to understand first what is economics, what is consciousness, what is invisible hands, what is its ultimate frontier, what is its infinite correlative power. Every dimension of the economics, every frontiers of the economics should be understood by the global people, at least by the world leaders, at least by the IIM, at least by the IIT, at least by the university students, at least by the college going students. Then slowly the consciousness, the higher consciousness will surge back to the whole world, to the whole globe, and the future generation is waiting for that, and the modern generation is waiting for that. So my dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters of this globe, my dear world leaders, my dear world economists, join hand with us, support us in the recovery of global economics by the help of higher consciousness. Thank you. We will again meet and discuss about our future strategies to spread the awareness of consciousness in economic sector, the need of the time.